do me a favor right now. Do yourself a favor. Get up, go to the window, and look outside up at the sky. Or better yet, go outside and look up. Daytime, nighttime, you're on an airplane. Doesn't matter. Unless you're in the bunker of an underground barracks or you're in the subway and you're going under the earth, look up in the sky. I don't care if it's daytime, nighttime. What do you see? What do you see up there? Lurking, watching, tracking, spying, invading, voyeuristically watching you, watching me, watching us. Welcome to Delusions of Grandeur with Matty K, episode 4. The moon is sus. The moon sus. Moon sus, bruh. Moon sus. This is something that's like, why is nobody talking about this? Right? Like, why is nobody talking about the fact that, let's just get right into it. Why is nobody talking about the fact that you can see the moon during obviously at night, but you can also see it during the day? Isn't it supposed to be like going around the earth? Going around the planet? It makes sense. It makes sense, right? You see the sun during the day and you see the moon at night. So when the sun is over here, the moon is over there. Okay, but what about early in the morning when you see the moon? Or how about in the middle of the afternoon when you look up and see the moon? What are you doing over there, moon? Why are you over? Aren't you supposed to be in China? Why are you over here right now? What's going on? What are you doing? And it's like translucent looking. It's never like at night, it's like, boom, I am the moon. Okay, I guess it's a she. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if like the moon, if historically, according to ancient Atlantean texts, the moon is she and the sun is he. But I'm not sure if that's how they're represented currently. I don't know if that's their identifications or not. But it would be more fun to be like, what's she doing up there? Than what's it doing up there. What are you doing up there, moon? Why are you so bold at night and you're translucent and see-through during the daytime? Is that like, are you like a placeholder moon? Are you not the real moon? Can you see the moon from everywhere? Can you see the moon from everywhere? So let's establish this. You can see the moon during the day, okay? Especially in the morning and in the afternoon, but in the middle of the day, what is going on there? Thought it was going around the earth. Also, can you see the moon from wherever you are on earth? Does that mean that you can see the moon from America and China at the same time? How does that work out mathematically? What is going on here? What is going on here? Speaking of being stalked, have this is a safe place, guys. Okay, this is a safe space. This is not going anywhere. It's just between me and you and the internet algorithm. Have you ever been riding in a car? You're not driving. You're riding. You're a passenger. Maybe you're sitting in the back seat. You're listening to music and you're doing that thing where you kind of like have your head resting on the seatbelt, kind of like a head hammock. Maybe your forehead's kind of on the window and you're looking out and you notice the moon. You notice the moon and you're thinking the moon's your friend, right? You're thinking, oh, it's a pretty moon. It's like lighting up the night. If it's even nighttime, and you're like, oh, that's nice. But then the moon is like, it's not in front of you or with you. It's like a little bit behind you, but it's there. And you're driving and you turn left, you turn right, you're going 20 miles an hour, you're going 70 miles an hour, you go up a hill, you go down a hill, and you glance out the window. Hi, moon. What are you doing? Are you following me? Are you chasing me? Are you stalking me? We can attach any verb here, okay? There's all different connotations that are going to be deduced from these vocabularies, okay? And let's not hold back. If you got something, if you want to shout it out loud, if you want to write it down, you know, whatever we need to do to collaborate to make this work effectively for us. Why is the moon following us? It's following me. Excuse me. She's following me. I don't know. She's following me. Is she following you? Guess what? I'm not stalking you, and I already know the answer to that. And the answer is yes. Okay? The moon is stalking you. The moon is stalking me. The moon is stalking we. Okay? What does she want from us? And why is she not in China? Why can we see her from every different part of the globe? Here is an actual scientific fact that is 100% true. You can Google it right after I tell you, okay? I'm going to tell you this, and I want you to Google this, okay? We don't ever see the other side of the moon, the dark side of the moon, the back side of the moon. We don't ever see the other side of the moon. And it's not that the moon doesn't spin or rotate, because that's what I thought at first. I was like, is the moon just like not spinning? Is it just orbiting the Earth, but it's not spinning? And I don't know if it's impossible or possible for moons to not spin or whatnot, but I'm pretty sure if you have a mass of matter in the vacuum of space, it's going to spin because gravity acts upon itself. But technically, the moon, get ready for this, okay? Don't try not to shit your pants. If you do, no judgments, okay? Judgment free zone here. The moon allegedly rotates, and that means rotates like it spins itself. Now that's not orbit, like it orbits the Earth, it goes around the Earth. Okay. It rotates kind of like a basketball spinning around on a finger. It rotates the same speed in which it orbits the Earth. And so I'm like saying this as if it makes sense, and I'm still just like, this is super sus, because even if it, like, the explanation is that the moon rotates the same speed as it orbits the Earth, and that's why it's always showing one side of itself to Earth. But now I'm starting to do my own physics in my head and think, is it that it spins the same speed in which it orbits Earth, or is it spin the same speed as Earth spins as it orbits Earth, and therefore that's why it's always right? I know. I've lost some of you. Please, I don't want to lose you. I'm reaching out my hand. Please take my hand. Please don't feel lost. We're in this together, okay? We're trying to figure this out together, because there is just some shady shit going on, and we're gonna find out what it is. But it seems like it would make more sense that the moon would orbit the same speed that the Earth spins, and that's why it's always. But if that's like, what's on the other side of the moon? What is on the other side of the moon? Alien bases, NASA bases. When we landed on the moon, allegedly, hashtag Stanley Kubrick, hashtag Burbank Studios, hashtag 2001 A Space Odyssey. When we landed on the moon, was there like a Burger King or Starbucks on the dark side of the moon? Like, did they go over there and find an alien base? Some people think that the moon was put near Earth as an alien base to monitor us, as a way to start life, by having the oceans and the tide churn the primordial soup of the seas. Some people think it's hollow. Uh, you might be like, that's kind of cray, but a lot of the inner planets don't have moons because the sun would have sucked them up and eaten them. Okay, the sun is big. The sun is fucking huge, okay? I don't know if you know this, but however big you think the sun is, it's so much bigger than that. Like, I know you're probably thinking, like, oh, like, um, Earth is a gumball and the sun is like an apple. Or some of you were like, no, that's dumb, Matty. We know, like, the Earth is a gumball and the sun is like a watermelon. No, like, if the Earth is a gumball, then the sun is like your house. Okay? Sun is big. So, some people think that the moon was brought here to keep an eye on us and start the oceans. But here's the thing. If the moon, like, pick one, you know what I mean? Like, why does the moon need to be hollow for aliens to be inside the moon when it never turns to face us, so it could just be on, like, the dark side of the moon? You know what I mean? Like, why would there be an alien base on the dark side of the moon and an alien base on the inside of the moon? It's like, you got to pick one. You can't think that there's an alien base on the back side of the moon or inside the moon. You're like, Matty K, why are you being so closed-minded? You need to be open-minded. That's true. What if there are different alien factions? Okay, what if there are different alien species? That makes sense then. Maybe some of them are in the moon and some are on the other side of the moon. But basically, when we landed on the moon, we found out that there was a Starbucks on the dark side of the moon, an alien equivalent. And why are we never seeing photos of it? Why do we never see photos of the dark side of the moon? Why do we never land anything up there? Because we have, and we do, and they don't want you to know the truth. But I do want you to know the truth, because we're best friends, and that's what we do. The moon is suspicious as fuck, okay? That's the bottom line of this episode. Why do we never see the backside of it? Why the other inner planets don't have any? Why? Like, what's this cheese agenda that they're pushing on us? Okay, remember the Got Milk campaign where they're trying to shove milk down our throats? And everyone's like, the moon's made of cheese. The moon's made of cheese because there's holes in it. It looks like Swiss cheese. Can you please stop pushing your dairy agenda onto me? Look, I had a cheeseburger for dinner. I put a slice of American cheese on it. I did. That doesn't mean that I believe the moon is made of cheese. Could the moon be made of cheese? Space cheese? But there's no cows on the moon. And there's definitely no calzone on the moon. So how is this something that we could even know? And this is not even pertinent, okay? What is pertinent is the fact that the moon is sus. And nobody's talking about it. I'm humble, I'm modest. Like, I don't want to be pretentious. I don't want to be arrogant. But, like, let's just be real right now. I'm putting my career on the line talking about these things. I'm putting myself out there. And I'm doing that because I want to know the truth. I don't want to be duped. And I want to share that with you. Anyways, that's going to do it for episode 4 of Delusions of Grandeur with Matty K. Thank you for listening. Super dope of you for coming back. And, yeah, hang loose, pal. I'll see you tomorrow.